Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, this white racist troll by the name of Milo Yiannopoulos has married a black man. This took place a couple of days ago, and I want to take some time to talk about this. But before I share my thoughts about the idea of a black man marrying a racist, let me just provide you all with some background on this guy, Milo Yiannopoulos. I mean, this guy is an editor. He was an editor of Breitbart News. Breitbart is a alt-right racist publication. Also, this guy led a racist troll campaign against Leslie Jones. As you all know, Leslie Jones is an African-American actress and comedian. So for months, Milo Yiannopoulos and his trolls attacked his sister. They hurled racial slurs and racist statements against his sister, used racist imagery against his sister, suggesting that she's an ape, equating her with apes and gorillas. And we all know the history of people trying to equate black people with animals, trying to suggest that black people are less than human, that we are animals. So for months on end, him and his trolls attacked that sister on Twitter, to the point where this sister had to block all these people, but still they were relentless in their trolling of this sister. I mean, this sister was emotionally affected by this. She even thought about leaving Twitter at one point. Eventually, Twitter banned this guy from using Twitter because of his relentless trolling. So that's one thing. And this man also led a smear campaign against Shaun King. And we all know Shaun King is a journalist. He's an activist with Black Lives Matter. He's addressed the issue of police brutality and through his activism and through his writings and stuff like that. But this guy, Milo Yiannopoulos, tried to undermine Shaun King by suggesting that Shaun King was lying about being black, trying to undermine Shaun King's credibility among activists. And that's nothing new. That's a strategy that has been used since the days of COINTELPRO. So that's one thing. And then also this man has questioned the idea of white privilege, basically saying that it's bullshit. Not only is this man, questioning the idea of white privilege, this man has attacked Black Lives Matter, basically saying that Black Lives Matter has declared war on police and on white people. So this gives you some idea of what this man is about. And not only is he racist, this man is sexist. This man has talked about how giving women the right to vote was a mistake. This man has made all kinds of other sexist statements. He's attacked Islam and immigrants and all that kind of stuff. So this man is a hate monger. This man has gained fame by making outrageous and outlandish statements, by trolling women, by trolling even gay people. Even though he's a homosexual, he attacks gay people. This man has attacked, black people, all these different types of people. He is the epitome of what it means to be narrow-minded, what it means to be racist, what it means to be bigoted, what it means to be sexist, what it means to be backwards. He epitomizes hatred. But yet and still, a black man still found him to be a suitable mate. A black man still decided to marry this racist scumbag. And I think that speaks to the depth of pathology among some of our people. And I won't even address the same-sex marriage issue. I've done articles about that. I've done videos about that. I obviously don't support same-sex marriage, but that's a whole nother issue. But the fact that a black man would do this, marry a racist, even be in a relationship with a racist, it just speaks to how lost a lot of our people are, how blind, deaf, and dumb a lot of our people are. And the thing is, this man, when he was marrying this guy, Milo Yiannopoulos, he had on a blazer that said, "Love is blind." Love isn't blind. That brother who married the racist is the one who's blind, deaf, and dumb. Love should be conscious. Love is a deliberate thing, where you reflect on things. Why would anybody in their right mind marry somebody who hates their people, who has no respect for their people, who doesn't empathize with the plight of their people? This man doesn't care anything about the plight of black people. This man despises black people. This man harbors racist views, but yet this blind, deaf, and dumb Negro decided to marry this white man, this racist pig. And I think that that speaks to even a larger thing. I mean, that can be like a symbol or analogy of the relationship between black people and white supremacy. You know, a lot of black people are married to white supremacy. They love white supremacy. You know, you have situations where you have women who are married to men who use racial slurs against them, you know, who get off by, you know, fetishizing them because of their blackness and using racial slurs against them. I've cited it before. There's an article in Essence that talked about a white man who was married to a black woman and he used racial slurs against this woman. Man, it's just some of our people are so lost. They are so entrenched in self-hatred that they would actually marry somebody that despises them. They would actually be in a relationship with somebody like that. And some people will say, well, why, if he's such a racist, why would he be with a black person? I mean, there's a difference between, you know, somebody having a sexual relationship with them, you know, with someone, and somebody having true love for somebody. There's a complete difference, because we know the history of slavery, how the slave master raped black women, systematically raped black women and oppressed black women. We know the situation of power, like when people conquer different places, like when conquerors come in, the first thing they do is they kill the men and they take the women of that conquered population. So having sex and procreating with a conquered people is nothing new when it comes to the issue of oppression and racism. We know that staunch segregationists like Strom Thurmond had no problem laying down with black women or having sex with black women. But when it came to policy, when it came to black people exercising civil rights, he was a staunch segregationist, meaning that he wanted black people to be second-class citizens, deprived of basic human rights and dignities. So, you know, the fact that these people will lay down with black people doesn't mean that they are not racist. I mean, this is a prime example. Milo Yiannopoulos is the very definition of a racist. It's just a shame that some of our people would, you know, be in these relationships, man. You know, and speaking to that larger metaphor, this black man marrying a white man, is a white racist. You know, that's just like black people being married to white supremacy. You know, despite the rhetoric, black people still deal with this colorism issue. They still put a premium on whiteness. They still view the white woman as the standard of beauty, and many times, you know, they view lighter black people as being more attractive because they look more like white people. You have black people who will put in fake hair, put in somebody else's hair so that they can look more European, more acceptable. You have some black people today, when they get enough money, what they do is they bleach their skin so that they can literally look white. They change their faces. You know, they go through plastic surgery so that they could have thinner noses, so that they could look more and more European. In many ways, our people, some of our people, many of our people are married to white supremacy, just like this black guy who married this racist Milo Yiannopoulos. So tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.